Good morning, everybody. It's Tina here in the Piedmont of Virginia. And can I just go, brr, it is cold outside. But hey, I'm back in my kitchen and the sun is coming through, so it's starting to heat up a little bit. So I thought I'd just take you along. Just wanted to show you over here. I cleaned out the refrigerator yesterday and washed dishes up. So as I was saying, I am just in here going to reset my kitchen really quick. This apron seems to be crooked. Wow. I'm going to reset my kitchen, and I thought I'd just take you along. Yesterday I cleaned out my refrigerator um, from the holidays and just got things put away. If we didn't get to it, I either gave it to my chickens or I dumped it out. I'm always amazed I've been really good about keeping my refrigerator really clean, especially since I got this new refrigerator over the summertime. It's just easier to clean it out because it's the double door refrigerator and it opens up so much better. So I am gonna just put all this together, get all this put away, and then we're gonna bake some no bake cookies together. And I think I've done this before, I'm not sure, but it is for my Vlogmas day 5 or 6, and also it's part of a collaboration by CNC Farm. She's hosting the 12 days of Christmas, and it's a cookie collaboration. So these will be really easy, and I bet you have everything in your pantry right now, and you don't have to bake them. So I will be back. Let me get these dishes put away, reset the kitchen so it's nice and tidy to get going. See you in a minute. The question is, can one really have too many Pyrex bowls? That's just a rhetorical question here, but I'm putting them away and I'm going. But it's okay, friends. I love my Pyrex dishes. All right, friends, I am back. My kitchen is reset. Dishes are put away. I have a few to wash, but it's time to get started. So this recipe, and I think I've shared this before, it comes from Wanda Bernstedter's Amish Friends Christmas Cookbook. And it is my go-to. It's one of my go-to cookbooks for the holidays or when I have a gathering. And I have made this recipe before and it's absolutely delicious and it's really easy. It doesn't take a lot of time to do. And I wanted to bring you along today and share this recipe with you. So I have my saucepan already filled in with the following. I have 2 cups of sugar, a half cup of milk. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 4 teaspoons of cocoa and a half a cup of margarine. And so what you need to do here is you need to bring this all together and melt the sugar, the cocoa, the butter, the salt, and everything. And once it's melted, you want to bring it just till it starts to boil for about 1.5 minutes after it starts to boil. So we're going to mix all these ingredients together and cook for about 1.5 minutes after it starts to boil. That's what I wanted to say. And I don't think that it is going to take very long to do. So I have my heat, I have it over on my about medium. So I have it about medium heat, and this burner that I use does heat up pretty fast, so I do have to pay attention. It's already starting to melt. If you can see, it's already starting to melt that fast. That's how easy it was. I think you're going to enjoy this cookie recipe, and so whoever you make them for, it's almost like don't feel so guilty about this cookie because I feel that it has some pretty healthy ingredients in it. It's made with peanut butter and oats. The worst part is the sugar, right? But you're dispersing that over, all the cookies that you're going to get, because this recipe, I don't know, it should yield about 2 dozen. And that's going to be dependent on, how big you make them. I have one of my cookie sheets out. Best cookie sheets I ever found at a yard sale. And they're heavy duty. I never have to really oil them or spray them with anything. Nothing sticks to them. They're just fabulous. And I found these at a yard sale about a year and a half ago, when I was out yard sailing with a friend. So once I combine all this and melt this, I will show you what we need to do next. Now I'm continuing to stir every so often, just to make sure that I get the sugar down here, make sure everything's melting in a nice consistency. And you can already tell, let me get this, it's really milky, right? Isn't that beautiful? I don't know if you can see, but let's bring it up a little closer. See that? Yep. So I'm just waiting for the rest of the butter to melt. And while that is melting, I am going to get my oats ready. And it calls for 3 cups of oats. And if I remember from my last time making these oats cookies, I'm going to use a little less. And I am, this time, friends, I am actually using my gluten-free oats, so I can really enjoy these. And I think I'm gonna do like 2 1/3 cups to start and see what the consistency looks like. But do what works best for you. You can use regular oats, but I am using gluten-free. I have some goals that I'm gonna be working on for the new year. I don't make New Year's resolutions. I don't like that type of stuff anymore like I used to. But I'm gonna be bringing you along, hopefully, as I can try and experiment with a couple of things in gluten-free baking and that. So I have a plan. It's always good to have a plan, right? So I have my gluten-free oats all measured out. I have 2 1/3 cups right now. It does call for 3, but I'm kind of cutting back on it. We're gonna cook it for a 1.5 minutes. And again, just look at the texture, how creamy that is. So we're gonna just let that. I am just one of those people who I like to clean as I go, and I always like to start with a clean kitchen. I like to have things sanitized, and it's boiling. It is boiling right now, friends. Yay! It is. So I have to pay attention to the time, and we will be able to get these cookies going. Do you see that? Boiling. Oh, it smells so good. All right, I believe it's been about 1.5 minutes. I mean, it's really getting thick now. The more that it boils, the thicker it is getting. And once it is done boiling, you're going to want to turn the heat off and remove it from the heat. You don't want that in the heat. I'm going to get my... And to that, we are going to add our peanut butter, which I have 1/2 cup of peanut butter. Now you can use chunky peanut butter. I don't like chunky peanut butter. So I'm just going to use regular textured creamy peanut butter. We're going to get that stirred up in here because the peanut butter will eventually melt in the hot chocolate as well. There we go. Into that, I am going to drop roughly about a teaspoon of vanilla, but measure with your heart because that's what I do. This is my homemade vanilla too, and I'll tell you, friends, it has been delicious. I need to go get more vanilla bean and more. I use vodka in mine. I know you can use like spiced rum, but I just do the cheapest vodka I can find in the store. That's what I use. And then we're going to start adding in our oats. There's a third cup. 1, 2. Let me see how these combine. Because the gluten-free oats do have a different texture, a little more dense. That's why I cut back on the oats. And I'm just stirring these up here. I think I'm going to add a little more oats. It smells absolutely delicious. I'm going to start with another third of a cup of oats. So now that is 2 and 2/3 cups of oats I've put in here. Like I said, the recipe calls for 3 cups. All right. And there you have it. There's your cookies. I'll do a little more oats. I just remember the last time I did so many oats, I felt that it was a little dry. That is why I started with the 2 and 1/3 cups. So I think we should be okay now. And then once you're done, I don't know if my cookie scoop's going to work on this, but I brought it out. It's supposed to just take a spoonful and you just drop them on your cookie sheet and let them sit and dry. And see what we got here. I think that looks good. There's the consistency you want. Let me just show you. It's thick because the oats will absorb a lot of that moisture. And I'm glad I started with the 1/3 because I like the consistency of that. Regular oats may be different. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna spray my cookie cutter my cookie scoop, and I'm gonna see if this will actually work for me. It does. It's perfect. And we're just gonna scoop these on here. Cookie sheet out, and we're going to just continue to scoop. Whatever size you want. It's up to you. let's just try it while I'm here and I have this little extra. This isn't going to do anything. It's very good. The burst of peanut butter and the oats, and I know these are even very good. So friends, there you have it. It's a really easy no bake cookie recipe. I hope you enjoy it, friends, and happy holidays, and I'll see you on our next video. Bye.